The ultimate XLeads automation guide. What is up, guys? Zach in here. In today's video, I want to break down all of the automations inside of XLeads Ninja Mode and explain them to you so you understand if you should use this automation, should you not use this automation, how much would it be if I decide to go forward with some of these automations, which ones are free, not free, and all these things. Now, I know XLeads can get a tad confusing out here because there's just so much to be offered. And specifically today, I want to talk about Ninja Mode and the automations tab in there because there's a ton in there. There's a ton you can do. And I think for a lot of beginners, you don't need to use all of them. Now, if you want to get crazy advanced, there's plenty for you to do. So let's kind of get behind XLeads and show you exactly how to use Ninja Mode automations, if you should use it, should you not, and really a complete breakdown guide on how all these automations work. So right here, we are inside of XLeads, and this is specifically Ninja Mode, right? We have the XLeads like software, skip tracing, pulling lists, comps, things like that. This is kind of the XLeads CRM. We call it Ninja Mode, right? We got the ninja right here, the little ninja logo here. And specifically, we want to talk about automation. So all you have to do here is go to the automations tab right here, and all the automations that are included with your account are in here. So we got a lot to share and break down today. What I want to do is kind of go from the top to the bottom and really explain how they work so you know if you should be using the automation or if you should not be using the automation here. So get started here on the cash buyer folder. So this is the cash buyer folder. Again, there's two types of automations. There's SMS cash buyer workflow, and there's SMS blasting for your disposition. So if we click on SMS blast dispo, it's pretty simple. We're just texting buyers, right? So if we add the contact dispo, obviously we can change this however we want. A text is going to be sent out. Now this text is going to say, hey, John, I just locked up a deal in whatever city you're in, and you're the first person I thought of. Before I send you the details, you're still looking to buy, right? Now this could be for a qualified cash buyer or not a qualified cash buyer. Now, this is most likely if you click dispo, this is a qualified person you have under that tab. Maybe you put all of your good buyers in to a tag for dispo. If you want to get sold in that certain place, you can wait, and then it will give you a follow-up on there too. Hey, John, just checking to see if you're in or out on the deal. I'm going to send it to someone else if you don't reply back. Now, this should be for qualified cash buyers, but again, you don't have to use this, right, for only qualified. You can do it for unqualified. It's probably not going to be as good as the other workflow here. So let's kind of go back here to the other workflow and SMS cash buyers workflow. Now, this one's a very similar one where we got to add the tag of cash buyer. And then we're going to drip it basically. We're going to drip it out and basically send a text out for our cash buyer outbound snippet, basically saying, hey, John, I noticed you picked up a single family home at 123 Main Avenue. Would you be interested in an off-market deal? So this is us blasting out to potential cash buyers. I'd probably pull a cash sales list and then just go blast this out. And then we can obviously go out here and send an email. This is an email that I found that works really, really good for Facebook. This also really works good for email too. But basically, it's got the subject line with the red little circle here saying buy off-market properties for 30 to 40%. And then basically, it's our cash buyer email blast snippet. If you are in the Port St. Lucie market and you're looking to buy off-market properties, 30, 40% off market value and make big profits on your next rental or flip, please email me back. Now, it kind of goes back in there. Now, if you want to change, hey, Zach, I live in Dayton, Ohio. I do not need to use Port St. Lucie market. No big deal. We can go back here to workflows, click marketing, and then go here to snippets. And we want to change that snippet. So it's cash buyer email blast right here, right? So we're going to go here, going to do edit snippet. And we can change however it is. So the wording, we can change the city. We can even put some more automations in there. And you can even test out the snippet right there. So that's how you do it on that end. So going back to automations, those are good cash buyer ones. We have plenty of follow-up ones. Next here is our AI SMS bot. Now, this might seem like it's way too confusing, but it's pretty simple. Now, AI texting is about a cent per text on top of the 0.0083 or 0.09, depending on if you have the basic plan or the X plan, but you're going to have to pay an extra cent per text with using AI, unless you have AI employee, which is $127 a month to get unlimited AI usage. But basically you do AI SMS bot, and this is pretty much the most like hands-off type of texting. Like you could send all these texts out 9 a.m., have the AI text, and when you get back, you'll have all the qualified seller. It's pretty dang cool. But of course, you have to go to contact tag, tag added, go to AI SMS bot, then go to your SMS scripts and basically saying, hey, John, just drive by a place over there at 123 Main Avenue. It's something looked off. Is everything okay, right? You are manually doing this. AI is not taking over the reins here until they reply. And once the contact replies, conversation AI is going to take over. Now, we're not going to get into the whole AI breakdown video of it, but AI is basically going to text this person. They are basically a little bit trained here. We have some other training on the other AI portion. So if we go here, this is going to override a lot of the AI, but we go here to conversation AI, and the XLeads bot's going to be on here. And this is where it's got the training. More of this is in freewholesaling.com, my free wholesale course. In the XLeads section, it's kind of broke down a little better there. But that's where you can train the AI bot on the texting, make sure it's as good as possible. Now, going back here to the AI qualified section. So this is if you're using AI for your voice. So AI qualified is pretty simple. So all it works is once the trigger is done on the AI. So for example, we go here to conversation AI. The bot has specific parameters and goals in it. And the main goal is once the person is interested in selling the property, it goes straight into a workflow. And that basically means from the AI texting, if the person says, yes, I am interested in selling the property, of course, the AI bot is going to qualify them for you. And then it's going to throw in that lead and it's going to tag it. The AI is going to trigger this workflow, and this workflow triggered is going to tag a seller AI qualified. That's what it's called. That's what the AI qualified workflow is. So I really want to touch it. Obviously, I'd make it active. But once AI is determined they are a motivated seller, it's going to add that tag called AI qualified. And boom, you can go into your contacts and then go by tags AI qualified. And all the AI qualified sellers are going to be in there. And for example, you go to work at 9, you come back at lunch, go to AI qualified tags on contacts. AI has done all of the heavy lifting for you. Next here is a cold calling automation. Now we have a lot of different ones, right? This is kind of our instant offer, our cash offer. And then we go out here with the parting with scripts. And then basically, if they don't reply, we go call them. So this is more of we hit them with a text, and if they don't answer the text, then we go try to get a call and then try to get the appointment done. Very similar to our regular cold calling scripts. But the one I would tell you to use is kind of a new one. It's called our double tap. So this is how we can increase contact rates even more. But if you go here to double tap, pretty much what it does is the theory is you want to text the seller first your information, and then instantly after a couple minutes, you go call them right after. What happens with iMessage and a lot of the Android, if you text somebody like a full little sentence or two about your information about who you are, and then you text them, it's not just a regular phone number that gets called. It is a maybe Zach Ginn, maybe John Smith, maybe Mary Sue. And the craziest part about this is when you contact them, the seller's gonna be like, oh my gosh, like, who is this? And what you are going to find here, it's going to say maybe Zach, and then it's going to increase your contact rates like crazy. So how this works is if you're about to go do the double tap of this list, you're going to add a tag called double tap. And then what's going to happen is going to send what we call here the info text. Now, what the info text says is, hey, John, this is Zach Ginn. I'll call you back in a second. Pretty simple, right? A lot of curiosity there, but it says, I'm going to call you. This is my name. And what we found is it's going to add you into the dialer. And you're going to call them, and it's going to say maybe your name, and boom, works really well. Now going back here, we have our follow-ups. So this is a pretty simple follow-up where we just basically have a tag follow-up, and we're going to text them, and we're going to text them basically, hello, John, just drove by your house. And since it's across the street from another house, it's basically just checking in on the house and then going from there. Right here is our follow-up monthly script. Next here is the power dialer script. So this is pretty cool, but this is the one that most people use. So all you have to do really quick is if you add the tag power dialer, they're going to be ready for a cold call. So if we want to call a list in the dialer, we can add 1,000 leads on the power dialer and they'll be set for a cold call right there. Again, if you want to start calling them, all you have to do is go to conversations, manual actions, and you press start and you'll start calling them. Next here is probably one of the most popular ones. It's called the ROS triple tap system. And it's one of my personal favorite ones, where we hit the seller with 3 different types of offers. Triple tap, that's the point. And double tap, pow, pow. Triple tap is pow, pow, pow. And really, you can do it even a quadruple tap on here, which is a pow, 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 pow. But it's a lot more leads here. And basically how it works is if you add a tag ROS Blaster, it is going to send an offer email out to the seller, basically saying, hey, here's a cash offer in your property. Again, To do this properly, go to the triple tap marketing system tutorial. I'll show you basically how to go inside Google Sheets and really formulate the offer correctly on here. Then it's going to send out an offer text. Hey, John, I'm ready to offer you this price, sight unseen, for 123 Main Avenue. Thoughts? And then from there, if they reply, don't reply, we have actions if we try to get an appointment booked. If not, if they do not reply to the email or the text, we are set to give them a call. And then if they don't answer that, we're dropping a voicemail. Again, this is our voicemail. Again, with AI, I made the voicemail have a little, so it doesn't sound perfect on purpose. So it sounds not normal. So it sounds kind of like this. Hey, this is Zach, just checking in on your cash offer I just sent you. If you can please give me a call back at your earliest convenience, I'd really appreciate it. Again, this is Zach. Please give me a call. I got a cash offer your house. I need to get it done. I need to buy some houses right now. Please give me a call back. Thank you. Boom. Works perfectly like that. Then from there, we have the remove dialer. So again, the status, I would not touch this one, but if they say that the status is complete, then they're not on the dialer anymore. Pretty simple. Next, here's SMS drop, no answer. Now, you don't really have to worry about this too much. I would say if you do not want this to happen, then delete this automation or just click from publish to draft. You can do that, no problem too. But basically this works is if you put on the call status, no answer, like the person didn't answer the call, what happens is we send them a text. And what the text basically says is, hey, John, just following up on 123 Main Avenue, call me back. The point is to get as many people on the phone as possible. And that is the point here. Again, if they don't answer the phone, you press no answer, automatically the text gets sent out. You can also change the template if you want. Hey, John, how much would it take for you to get rid of 123 Main Avenue? By the way, this is Zach, right? Pretty easy, pretty simple. Then from there, if you want to do crazy SMS text blasting, this is for the SMS text blaster. I call it kind of the bulk drip. And there's a lot going on here. And so this is basically a system most of people who use a system like this use. So if you just add the tag SMS blaster, it'll start texting from about 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., so about 12 hours. Now, if you want to send 300 texts per day, you can do that. If I want to bring it up to 2,000 a day, I mean, it's really, you can change it. It's up to you. It's really a system for you to plug and play with. But from there, you can do how many drips per hour. Maybe I want to drop this down to 15. Maybe I want to drop this down to 100, whatever you want to do. You can go from there. Now, on top of that too, from 9 to 10, it's going to do a different texting script than from 1 to 5. This is the only way on a system like this where we can kind of change the scripts around, where the scripts are different depending on the time of day. So it's really the most variety possible. This is actually what most advanced systems have behind the back. But again, this is very advanced here. So 9 to 1, there's going to be a different script than 1 to 5, and then 5 to 9. Kind of the point being here is when you send 2,000 or 100 texts during the day and you're dripping them, there's going to be a different type of script being sent throughout the day, so you don't have those spam likelies or anything like that. And then kind of going back here, your Twilio validation, this is already going to be added in, so do not touch this even if you don't want anything to happen. This is just stays there. If the number is not being capable for texting, we do not text them. Pretty simple. I would keep this validation here. If you don't have this validation or you got deleted, please email billing@xleads.com and we'll go to add it in right there. So what I want to do is just kind of show you exactly what these automations are, how they work, so you know exactly if you should use it or not in your Ninja Mode system for wholesaling real estate. Guys, if you got any value from this video, do me a favor, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe. And if you have not joined XLeads, what are you waiting for? Get 1,000 free skip traces absolutely on the house on me by getting a 7-day free trial to XLeads by just going to xleads.com. Again, this is Zach signing out. Have a blessed one.